Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Hyphenate here, and today we're gonna do a little overview, my user experience using Google Veo 3 for AI generated video over the last several weeks. It's actually been pretty awesome, though it does have some issues. It's still a work in progress, but you can get some pretty good results if you know how to use the prompts correctly.
Order 66.
Now, if you haven't already checked out the first video that I did on Google Veo 3, I dropped that on the first week that it released, and it shows me actually using the software, breaking down some attempts, good, bad, etc. But now, after these several weeks, I've actually got a lot better at it, have a better understanding of how to work it, as well as being able to utilize what it gives me and then making it even better with other software, along with adding other elements in DaVinci Resolve. All right, so I have a little list here that I actually want to go over. I'm going to kind of just go off the cuff. I just have some bullet points of things that I want to make sure that I mention. Now, even though I've gotten a lot better at the prompts and understanding how Google Veo reacts to certain prompts, I will say that it still takes quite a few attempts to get what I'm really looking for. So not only are you losing credits, but also it oftentimes has certain little quirks that kind of can either ruin the entire clip, or you might have to use a piece of it and then generate another clip and then put them together to get the result you're looking for. So let's start off first with the video quality and realism. Now, I definitely think this is a very high quality, and I'm actually blown away by the results that I've gotten using Google Veo 3. When it comes to the visuals, movements, physics, and even the sounds that it generates, background sound, sometimes music, dialogue.
Scientists have successfully genetically engineered a baby T-Rex dinosaur.
Check it out, I just got my own pet T-Rex. This is awesome.
Now, another important thing about the visuals is that you want to make sure that you are very descriptive about the style that you want the video in. If you want it to look lifelike, then I highly recommend you use the words hyper realistic. Now, if you want animated or cartoon, make sure you mention that as well. All right, next I want to talk about the audio integration. This is actually one of the best parts of Google Veo 3. Now, it's not perfect, still has a lot of mistakes here and there, but the fact that it can actually do pretty well synced, well-timed audio that actually sounds pretty realistic, whether it's background noises, dialogue between multiple people, or even sound effects. I would say that it actually gets me about 70% of the way for a video that I want.
What's bothering you?
These humans, they just don't stop bugging me.
Now, for a lot of the videos that I've made, I've used the majority of the sounds that it gives me, though sometimes I do replace the audio, I do add my own sound effects or music, and so I can really structure out the sound design to make it sound a little bit more professional and top tier. I'll probably do a video on that soon, breaking down that process, but just know, oftentimes in my videos, I'm not utilizing only the audio from Google Veo 3, though it does get you close to finished.
In today's news, we're going to tell you a bunch of lies to incite fear and outrage. Stay tuned.
All right, let's talk about prompts and controls. Now, this is actually something that's very important. I thought that the prompts needed to be ultra descriptive, literally breaking down every movement, every type of dynamic in lighting and sound, etc. That's not the case. Google Veo 3 actually struggles with having too much information. So I actually use Grok to help me write prompts. And then if it gets a little too descriptive, I ask Grok to simplify the prompt. And then from there, I go over it. And if I need to make any tweaks, I make tweaks. I tend to get a higher percentage of success when I have short 1 or 2 paragraphs for my prompt. I definitely make sure to mention the type of look that I want. For example, hyper-realistic, lighting, time of day, emotion or tone. Because I like to make it more film-like, I use the term cinematic often. And also you gotta simplify the shots. Because Veo 3 only can generate a maximum of 8 seconds per clip, you can't make it do cut to this, cut to that, cut to this with too many different scenes. When I wanna make a longer video, I find it easier to create individual scenes as separate videos. And then I edit them together in DaVinci Resolve.
I swear on my dad, I'm not lying. I'm at home.
Sorry, bro. Your daughter swore on her dad that she wasn't lying. You gotta come with me now.
Now I'm gonna kind of briefly go over the workflow. If you really wanna know the workflow, go check out that first video that I did. It shows you more in depth, but I will say that Google Veo 3 has multiple ways that you can use it. You can make them in Gemini or you can make them in Flow. And Flow seems to be the best one for making a more cinematic or more video-centric type of AI-generated video.
Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan, of course. He's out of this world.
All right, so the next thing I want to talk about, performance and limitations. Like I mentioned earlier, the maximum clip you can generate is 8 seconds long, so you have to work with that. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes sometimes to generate. On the website promoting Google Veo, they mention 4K, but the fine print is that 4K is not available. It actually generates videos in 720p, which I'm not a big fan of. There is a mode after the video's been generated that you can upscale it to 1080p, but I actually find that crashes a lot and it ends up not working. So I pretty much exclusively just download the 720p video and run with that. Also, sometimes the sound won't be accurate. Another issue is sometimes it generates captions for you without you even asking for them. And oftentimes the captions are not spelled right or even just gibberish.
Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9.
All right, so let's talk about the cost. Now, there are different tiers of plans that you can use, although I don't recommend anything that's not the Ultra plan because the Ultra plan gives you the most amount of credits, and you will burn through these credits pretty quickly, even with their Ultra plan. I believe you get 12,500 credits, which at the moment, 100 credits will get you an 8-second video using Veo 3 with sound. But like I mentioned earlier, these can burn quickly. Now, there's also an option when you generate videos that you can choose how many versions it generates. And I think by default it's 4, maybe it's 2, but I think it's 4 videos that it'll generate off of one prompt. I actually changed that to have 1. So I'd rather just try one, and sometimes I get lucky and the first one is perfect. Oftentimes I have to do it a second or a third time. And if it doesn't come out good, that usually allows me to go back to the prompt, make some edits, and then try again. I like doing one at a time so I don't burn through all my credits. Now, the Ultra plan is $250, which is a little expensive, though they do have an introductory price for $125 for the first 3 months, and then it'll be $250 per month after that. And with that Ultra plan, it's not exclusive to using Flow for AI-generated videos. You can also use it with Google's other platforms, which will allow you to utilize Google Gemini or Whisk to create images. It gives you pretty much access to all of the AI Google sub-platforms that integrate with each other. Another thing to know is that it does struggle with IPs or celebrity faces. It doesn't really do that. So you have to kind of do like characters. And if you try to describe a character that's too similar to a person, it oftentimes will not generate at all.
I'll be back soon. I'm gonna miss you.
I know.
So that's pretty much my overview of using Google Veo 3. As you've seen throughout this video, some of my best videos that I've made, though please keep in mind that it did take me many times, and a lot of those videos have me doing additional steps to make them look even better, sound better, and have a more polished and refined finish. I've actually really enjoyed using Google Veo 3. To be honest, it actually unlocked a whole other side of my creativity that I haven't really been utilizing. I think I'm a fun person with people, and people tend to find me humorous or entertaining in real life, though I'm not a comedian. I've never written jokes to do stand-up or written comedic scenes specifically to do a comedic short or comedic film. But with Google Veo 3, a lot of the funny things that come to my mind, I've been able to generate using AI video, and I've been able to make these funny videos, and some of them have gotten a decent amount of views across different social media platforms. So I've actually really had a lot of fun coming up with new ideas, whether they're comedic or satirical. It's been like a new outlet for me, especially when you're using Google Veo 3 for shorts or funny skits. Now, because I started generating so much AI content, I didn't want to cannibalize this channel, the Doubt Me Tech channel, or my other channels where I was uploading some of these videos. And so I ended up just creating a brand new YouTube channel, brand new social media accounts for Doubt Me AI. So completely original AI generated content created by myself and my media production company, Doubt Me Media, is now all being put on the Doubt Me AI accounts. So check out that YouTube channel, please subscribe, and feel free to follow the social media accounts as well. I still think that AI generated video has kind of a way to go for being able to generate something that you could use in a professional manner. I don't really see myself being able to do a lot with it right now at its current state for any of my big professional projects that clients hire me for within my media production company, though I think we can create assets or interesting content for social media, whether it be for clients that are brands or products or stores. You can do some really entertaining things that have these imperfections that are minor, especially if you're not zooming in or seeing this on a big screen. But with the rate of growth within AI, in the next year or two, it's probably going to be levels above what it is now. So if you're interested in getting into AI video content creation, this is a great tool, and honestly, I think it's worth the money. Hopefully my overview of Google Veo 3 helped you either decide if you want to start using it, or even just give you some ideas on how you can utilize that platform or even another platform. Hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, please drop a like, comment below if you have any questions, and please make sure to subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming soon. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.